Hi, this is Kathy Yaffa with School Spotlight, and today I'm here at the Cove School to find out about an interesting program that's going to be taking place in the next few weeks. It's called the Cove School 30-Day Challenge, and there's a couple parts to it. So I have with me some folks from the Cove and others who are going to be participating in this. They're going to tell us exactly what is going to be going on. So let me introduce them first. This is
Mimi Benedict, school nurse at Cove.
And
Andrew Walker, Senior Director for Healthy Living and Disease Prevention at the Greater Beverly YMCA.
quite a title. And
Leah Brooks, 5th grade teacher at the Cove.
okay, so now we're going to find out what's going on. This is a 30-day challenge. It's a sort of health challenge, and it was initiated originally by the YMCA. So I'm going to turn this over a little bit to Andrew. Exactly what is the WISE part? What is this program?
Yeah, so the Step It Up program began in 2009 when the Y, who has had a long-standing relationship with City of Beverly Public Schools, was looking for ways to improve the health and well-being of students and teachers alike, and to do so in sort of a simple but measurable and lightly competitive, admittedly, fashion. And so, we based everything on pedometers, and so our trial in 2009 was, hand some pedometers out, get the kids to track their steps over a 4-week period, try to get some of the classroom teachers involved and the phys ed teachers involved, and see what happened. And what resulted, to our joy really was that people started taking ownership of it, both from a student standpoint and also from a teacher standpoint. My pedometer broke. I'd have students calling me, 5th graders calling me, hey, can you get me a backup pedometer, because that's just how seriously they took it. We've seen since then the program grow, not only in terms of participation base, but also in terms of what resulted in that. Teachers encouraging their 5th graders to run in area road races, and the Reindeer Run in 2011 saw a lot of 5th graders participate in that, just because of the Step It Up program.
So just to sort of recap a little bit, the WISE program is called Step It Up.
Yep.
And it is a physical activity program involving walking, running,
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah, anything that can produce ticks on the, and we've had some creative experiences with those as well. 5th graders can be very imaginative, but yeah, anything that to increase movement. And again, over the course of the last several years, we've added things like nutrition tips on the back, healthy eating recipes, things like that, just to kind of bolster what we started with the Step It Up.
So what would you say is the main goal of the WISE program?
I think the main goal is to have fun and, and without even realizing it, increase health and well-being, and also foster, an environment where, teachers are modeling that behavior and kids are following suit.
And how do you measure what the kids are doing?
Well, for the Step It Up program, we just measure steps.
Okay, so the
so
kids,
we just track daily steps.
the
weekly
kids have
steps.
a pedometer,
Yeah.
and they record their steps.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so, do they have to have goals or?
Yeah, I mean, the goals in the past have been teacher-based. We wanted the program, the classroom teachers work incredibly hard to educate the students in terms of their curriculum, and so what we wanted to do is just alleviate any real workload from the classroom teachers. And so, it's just a student tracking their steps, and we calculate them at the end of the week and send a report out to the teachers, and they can set classroom goals if they want. But
okay, now the Step It Up program is just 5th graders.
Yep.
And it's system-wide. Every elementary school in Beverly is participating.
Yep, correct.
So now the viewers may say, well, why did you decide to go to the Cove?
Yeah.
Well, that is Mimi's idea, because she came up with an additional initiative added on to the Step It Up program. So at the Cove, it's Step It Up +1. And do you want to tell us a little bit about the +1?
Sure. So when I was working in Vermont, I worked under a Center for Disease Control grant, which charged the Department of Ed and the Department of Health to help schools create healthy school cultures. And study after study has shown that healthier kids learn better, there's less absenteeism, and so in trying to help schools to understand what a healthy school looked like, we decided to do a 30-day challenge with one school, and then we videotaped it because we found that that was really a great way to share individuals working hard toward goals, and when you have everybody in the community, the school community in this case, working on goals, you create a healthy school culture. So my idea was to come and bring it to the 5th grade, and the 5th grade teacher said, great, but would you partner with the Y? So it's a perfect partnership in that the students will be working on one physical activity goal, and then they have another goal of their choosing, could be get more sleep, eat less junk food, eat more vegetables, or it could be other mental health goals. So that's basically what it is.
So studies have shown that kids do better in school.
Absolutely.
If they have a healthier
Absolutely.
lifestyle.
CDC has been tracking this for a couple of decades now and really shown that healthy kids make good learners.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
now in addition, we also have a 5th grade teacher here, Leah Brooks. And Leah is going to tell us a little bit about her role as the classroom teacher, what she's going to be doing. Now, you told me before that this is the first time you've been here at the Cove to do this particular program. So, what are your thoughts as what your role is going to be? I'll give you the microphone.
Oh, thank you. Well, we just started. Mimi handed us our goal sheets for the students where they get a chance to make 2 goals. And so right now we're brainstorming, what does it look like to make healthier choices? Is it in regards to the soda you drink, the junk food you're eating after school? Would you like to get out and play more? Is it that you feel like you need to run or bike? And so we're brainstorming right now. And then I feel like our role as a teacher will be, as a team of 4, we'll be encouraging them to work towards them. We have a calendar where they get to kind of log what they've done each day. And so that'll be a part of our daily routine for those 30 days and just generating excitement and holding the students accountable.
Now, am I correct that you're also participating in the challenge? So you're going to have some goals of your own? And, okay, would you like to share them
Sure,
with
I
us?
shared them with my students just so they
Okay.
would know. Yep, so all of us, the whole team, we've all created our own fitness goals, our own healthy eating goals. And so mine was to be swimming 3 times a week and then walking for 30 minutes 4 times. So I told my students they're holding me accountable because if I come in and I don't smell a little like chlorine, they probably know I wasn't swimming that morning. So yeah, just keeping the excitement going.
Well, I have to tell you that just talking to all of you folks last week about this program kind of encouraged me to do a few changes too, because over the long winter with less exercise and more opportunities to eat things that you shouldn't eat, I've made some switches to fruit instead of cookies, and I've even put my dog on a little diet too because he had the same problem. So anyway, do you foresee any challenges in for your kids, or have you talked about challenges? Or?
We have. I mean, a lot of their goals started out either too low or too high. So for some of them, it was giving up all of their junk food, which when we talked about it probably wasn't entirely realistic, especially since we do some special things at school. There's holidays. Everyone's going out to ice cream now that it's warm out. So we talked about being realistic and allowing ourselves some treats, but making a good goal. Or if we started too low and said get outside and play once a day or once a week, that we would kind of talk about really challenging ourselves. So we're working on finding a balance. It's a good challenge for them.
Now I want to ask Andrew one last thing before we get on to talk to the 5th graders themselves. I hear there's a kickoff that's going to take place shortly, now that the weather is good and we can actually go outside without putting on boots and whatever. You want to tell us a little bit about the kickoff?
Sure. Yeah, so the 2015 Step It Up program begins on Monday, April 27th. And we pick a school kind of as a glorified pep rally where the 5th graders from that school kind of convene in a small area, and that can be amusing. But we're just trying to get the energy high, the positive energy high, pumped up for the healthy competition, and so we utilize the phys ed instructors. So this year's will take place here in Cove's gym right here. And we'll do some warm-up stuff. We'll do some light exercise, and then we'll be able to get them their Step It Up T-shirts and their Step It Up wristbands to kind of help with the motivation with that. And we're really excited to be working with Craig Wiley here, and also Chandler Jones at North Beverly has helped us in the past. So again, kickoff's the 27th, nice and early in the morning, so get started on a good positive note. And again, we're very appreciative of Beverly Public Schools being able to come alongside and work with us on this.
Well, great. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to the kickoff myself. We're going to come back with a couple of camera people and film it and see what's going on. So we'll be back talking to you folks again at the end of the 30-day challenge to see just what happens. So thanks so much for sharing all this information with us today. And now we're going to move on and we're going to talk to some of those fifth graders and some of their parents to see exactly what they have in store. We'll be back. Okay, so now we're going to find out a little bit how this 30-day challenge really works out in the real world with the people who are going to be participating. First of all, let's start with the fifth graders who are going to be participating. I'm going to have them introduce themselves to you first.
I'm Hunter.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Ava.
And they're all in fifth grade, and they volunteered, or they had their arms twisted a little bit, into participating in this filming today. And I have two parents here.
I'm Chris Boudreau, Hunter's mom.
And Lauren Irwin, Dylan's mom.
And Ava's mom wasn't able to make it, so Ava is going to tell us a little bit about her mom's goals too. So let's start out. The most important thing I want to know is, are you looking forward to this?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'll get to do a lot of things that I don't normally do.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, like what?
Like riding my bike to and from school every day, except when it's raining.
Is that one of your goals, to ride your bike to school every day?
Yeah.
Okay. And how about you?
Well, my goal is that I'm trying to get outside and run every day and eat vegetables.
And eat vegetables. As far as running every day, do you have a length of time or a
Yeah,
distance?
Probably would try to ride my bike to school.
You try to ride your bike to school. What about the running?
Sometimes I'd run outside, maybe
Okay.
run through the forest or something.
Okay. And how about you, Ava?
I'm looking forward to it because normally, since it's a challenge and there's things to track your time, if there wasn't those, I think, and if there wasn't all this encouraging, and people wouldn't want to do it because they wouldn't want to get to it. And I think it's nice because everyone's doing it, so everyone's exercising and everyone's doing something.
Do you all agree that having your whole class do it makes it easier to do than if you just tried to do it on your own? Yeah. So the whole group thing is good, huh?
Yeah.
Now let's find out from the moms. How did you get involved in participating in this?
Pretty much the same way. We were involuntarily volunteered.
And now that you have been involuntarily volunteered, have you built up any enthusiasm to what's going to happen?
Oh, of course.
Oh, good. And what are your
Absolutely.
goals?
My goal is to not be so immobile in the evening.
Not
my-
sit
that's my-
around and
yeah.
veg out or
My
whatever.
downtime, I'm going to try to be more active in the evening.
All right. And how about you?
Also involuntarily volunteered. It's actually the whole grade that's going to participate. So we have 82 fifth graders, so it should be a really big deal. It would be wonderful. Personally, I would like to encourage my family to maybe exercise a little bit more also, particularly in the evening if we can. And we're going to try to incorporate maybe a little healthier eating, a little healthier lunch boxes as much as we can.
So in addition to your son, you're trying to get the rest of the family involved. That's a good idea.
I figured if Dylan and I are going to do it, then everyone should try. Everyone could try one goal, certainly, and encourage each other.
And well, let me ask the students now. Since you all have a mom who's going to be participating in this, do you think that makes it easier for you or maybe harder for you? What do you think?
I think it would make it easier.
Good. That's a good answer when your mom is here. That's true. Do you see any challenges?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Riding my bike to school on rainy days, because then it might get rusty. did.
Yeah, and also you might get wet, right? And that I can see that. There probably are going to be some challenges. How about you?
I think it would be easier for me since my whole family would do it because that's kind of helpful because that when everybody's doing something, I feel like I can do it too.
And well, let me ask you something. When everybody's doing it, suppose one person isn't really pulling their weight. They're not really, doing it. What can you do to help them?
Probably try to like pull them up, get them up and active.
Encourage them, really not make fun of them or anything like that. Okay, all right. And how about you, Ava?
Well, my goal is to exercise 30 minutes for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because we were going to do every day 30 minutes, but then I thought about what if someone's sick one day. So I think it's harder to do it as a family sometimes in some ways because if someone's either sick, like I said, or someone has homework, or if you just can't get to it, then it's not the whole family. But then if everyone can get to it and one person just doesn't want to do it, they all encourage the other person. So it's difficult in a good way. And
Are you glad your mom's participating?
yeah.
Yeah. So maybe at least the two of you can keep on track.
Yeah,
right?
my whole family's doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Now, what about all the record keeping that you have to do? You have to record for the Step It Up program, and you have to record for your other challenge. Are you up to doing that, do you think? Yeah?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem too complicated?
No.
No. How about you?
Yeah, I think I can do it.
Yeah.
It would be good to keep track, and if you just keep doing it every day, it will just become like a routine. So I think it will be good.
Now, in 30 days after the whole thing is over, you're going to come back and talk to me again, and I'm going to try and find out some of the things that happened. So I'm going to give you a little homework assignment, and that is I'm going to ask you to keep a journal. Now, you don't have to do it every day unless you like to do things every day. But once a week, I'd like you just to write down, and I'm not going to ask you to turn it in or anything, so I don't care about spelling and all that stuff. I want you to write down what your biggest challenge was that week. What really was challenging that week? What was the high point of the week? What was the best thing that happened, okay? So when we come back in 30 days, you can look that over, and you can come in and you can tell me a couple of specific things. And another thing you can do, and this is completely voluntary, but how many of you have a cell phone? Do you have a cell phone? No? Do you have
iPod.
Okay. Well, you can use that too. Take a few pictures, okay? Because I'd like to show some pictures of during some of them can be funny. Like you can have a picture showing you all down and out, or whatever it is, on the big challenging day. But, take a few pictures so we can, because we're putting together, in addition to your 30-day challenge, we're putting together a little TV program on that challenge. Okay? How's that sound? Good. All right. So, now, what do you think are going to be your challenges as mom for this whole thing?
Making sure that we're on schedule in the morning before riding our bike to school every day. It'll require a little bit more planning, I think.
Making sure we're out of bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we're dressed appropriately for a bike ride. We struggle sometimes with trying new foods. And so I think that's going to be my main goal for the family is introducing new things that I have not even have tried yet.
Yeah, well, that sounds, it is a challenge. I was last year at the Centerville School, and they have something called Taste Testing Tuesdays. And actually it was kind of fun, because they brought things in, and the students didn't have to try them, but, if they wanted to, they could. And I was interested in talking to the kids because some of them, I've never heard so many kids who liked kale. Or kale chips. Who knew? So sometimes just doing some little thing like that, that they
Right.
don't have to do, but if they try, they're
Right.
like on the right step. Then how about you? What do you?
Our obstacles, I would say our obstacles probably in my part would be we're going to have to plan out our night a little bit more, plan out our day so we'll have time to exercise. And also, like Chris mentioned, shopping. If we're going to try some new fruits and vegetables, maybe all of us will go to the grocery store and pick out something that we can try.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but we'll
and
see.
sometimes pick out things. I go to the grocery store and the things I look at, I have no idea what they are really.
Sometimes it's a little embarrassing, but
Yeah.
yes. But then maybe something that we'll really like. I don't know.
So this could be fun. This could be,
It'll be good.
Well, as I said, we'll be back in 30 days and we'll find out exactly what happened and we'll keep you all posted. So until then, this is Kathy Yaffa with School Spotlight, and I would like to thank you all for participating today, and I'd like to thank our viewers for viewing.